Season 1 of C introduces viewers to a dystopian future where the human race has lost a sense of sight. Baba Voss is the leader of the Alkani tribe and the partner of Magra, a newcomer to the tribe. Magra gives birth to two babies, Coffin and Hanua, whose biological father is the mythical Gerlambrel, a preacher whose ability to see is passed down to his children. Gerlambrel appears to Baba Voss and gives him books for the children before departing. Baba Voss, Magra, and their friend Paris keep the children's vision a secret from the rest of the tribe, but that secret is discovered by traitorous tribe member Jeether Bax. Those who support Gerlambrel and promote the concept of vision are dubbed witches and hunted down by Queen Sibeth Kane, ruler of the Payan kingdom. She lived in Paya's capital, Kanzua, the last society with working electricity. Queen Kane sends her witch and her general Tamakti June to hunt down Gerlambrel's children. Many years pass, and Tamakti June offers to kill himself as punishment for failing to find the children. But when Sibeth receives intel from Jeether Bax on the children's location, she sent Tamakti back out on the hunt. With Tamakti June and his army gone, many powerful people of Kanzua begin to question Queen Kane's leadership and methods and formulate a plot to assassinate her. To thwart all of her followers that were turning against her, Queen Kane destabilizes the Kanzua Dam, which floods and kills the entire village. As Queen Kane flees, she is captured by a man named Cutter and taken to the city of Worms where she is forced into slavery. Meanwhile, Jeether Bax teams up with Tamakti June's Witchfinder army to raid the Alkani village. The now-grown Coffin and Hanua flee with Baba Voss, Magra, Paris, and fellow tribe member Bao Lion. During their escape, Hanua kills Jeether Bax. On the run with nowhere to hide, Paris reveals that Gerlambrel had left a letter with directions to his location, and so the group begin their journey to find him. Along the way, they are joined by another of Gerlambrel's children with the ability to see, named Boots. Boots betrays the group, leading to all but Magra being captured by a villainous underground tribe. Unaware of Boots' betrayal and her family's perilous situation, Magra confronts Tamakti June and his army, revealing herself to be the royal Princess Magra of House Kane. Her father, the former king of House Kane, had made it his dying wish to see Magra crowned queen, but it was Tamakti June who had been the deciding vote to elect Magra's sister Sibeth as Queen Kane instead. When Tamakti June receives word that Queen Kane was currently enslaved in the city of Worms, Magra and Boots accompany him to save her. Tamakti June fights his way through the city of Worms to find his queen, eventually discovering that she had already killed Cutter with the help of a fellow slave named Cora. Upon learning that Queen Kane had flooded Kanzua and killed many innocent people and families, Tamakti June realizes that he made a mistake choosing her as queen over Magra. Magra confronts her sister, demanding she abdicate the throne, and it's revealed that Queen Kane has spent a lifetime of bitterness due not only to her father favoring Magra, but also being left heartbroken by a past romance with Gerlambrel. Queen Kane refuses to give up the throne and is assisted by Boots and Cora to mortally wound Tamakti June. Surrounded by enemies, Magra is forced to align with her sister as co-ruler of Paya. Meanwhile, Baba Voss and the others manage to escape their captors and continue their journey to Gerlambrel. Eventually, they arrive at the Lavender Road, which would lead them directly to Gerlambrel's House of Enlightenment. The group are attacked by guards, and Bolian is seriously injured. Coffin and Hanua reveal their identities to the guards and are allowed safe passage into the House of Enlightenment. Baba Voss and Paris take the injured Bolian to a nearby village to heal her wounds, while Coffin and Hanua are welcomed to the House of Enlightenment by their father, Gerlambrel. The settlement had working electricity, hot water and a full library, and was populated by a half-dozen more of Gerlambrel's sighted offspring. Coffin and Hanua quickly realize that their biological father had a bit of a messiah complex, thinking he was chosen by God to bring vision back to the world. Gerlambrel also happened to be working with Baba Voss's villainous brother Ito Voss, selling Hanua over to him. Baba Voss infiltrates the House of Enlightenment and works alongside Coffin to defeat and blind Gerlambrel. Baba Voss and Coffin leave the House of Enlightenment and reunite with Paris, resolved to find and save Hanua. In Season 2 of C, Baba Voss continues his journey to the Kingdom of Travantes to save his daughter, Hanua, from his brother Ito Voss. Leaving behind Paris and Coffin, Baba Voss sneaks into Travantes but is captured by guards and imprisoned by his brother. Ito blamed Baba for the death of their father and had been waiting more than 2 decades to enact his revenge. While imprisoned, Baba Voss discovers that a still-alive Tamakti June was also a prisoner of the Travantians. Tamakti June reveals to Baba Voss that Magra was still alive and that she was in fact the secret princess of Paya. Meanwhile, Ito has left Hanua in the care of his second-in-command, Ren, who develops romantic feelings for Hanua and reveals that she too has the ability to see but has kept her vision a secret due to the Travantians' violent opposition to vision. Ito Voss believes that sight led to the first downfall of humanity, and if allowed to spread again, sight would lead to another downfall. Ito also believed that if he could control sighted humans from an early age, he could use them to accumulate ultimate power. And so, he planned on breeding Hanua to create a line of sighted children that he could command. Fortunately, Ren helps Hanua, Baba Voss, and Tamakti June escape. On their journey home, the group are joined by Paris, who is revealed to have been a former member of the Compass, a secret order sworn to protect sighted children. Meanwhile, Coffin is found by a group of witchfinders sent by Queen Cain and Magra to bring him home safely. Though under orders from their queen, protecting a sighted human went against a witchfinder's beliefs. The group's leader, Toad, prevents an assassination attempt on Coffin, and the pair continue their journey home alone. Queen Sibeth Cain travels with Magra to the city of Pensa and names it the new capital of Paya. Sibeth lies to Pensa's ruler, Lord Harlan, that the Travantians had been the ones to destroy Kanzua due to her being pregnant with a sighted child. In truth, Queen Cain had become pregnant with Boot's baby, but whether that child would actually be sighted would never be known, as Queen Cain suffers a miscarriage. In a fit of rage, she kills Boots. Lord Harlan holds a lot of power in Pensa, and Queen Cain convinces Magra to agree to marry him in order to enforce the protection of sighted children. In turn, Harlan proves his loyalty by killing a former Kanzua resident who warns him that Queen Cain was the one truly responsible for the capital's destruction and not the Travantians as claimed. Eventually, Baba Voss, Tamakti June, Hanua, Paris, and fellow Compass member Charlotte, in addition to Coffin and Toad, all arrive in Pensa for a happy family reunion, although that was slightly complicated due to Magra now being married to Lord Harlan. Magra convinces Queen Cain to allow the Payans to attempt to strike a peace deal with the Travantians. The Travantian leaders were already at war with their neighboring rivals, the Ganites, and had no interest in fighting Paya before Queen Cain lied about them attacking Kanzua. The Travantians also strongly opposed the sighted and would retaliate if Paya protected them. Despite these complications, Magra Does managed to strike a peace agreement between Paya and Travantes. Unfortunately, Queen Cain sends assassins to kill the Travantian leaders, ensuring a war between Travantes and Paya. With the war between Paya and Travantes now confirmed, Tamakti June reveals to everyone that Queen Cain was the one responsible for Kanzua's destruction. He and Lord Harlan back Magra as the new queen, and Sibeth Cain is sentenced to execution. She is spared when it's revealed that she had began a secret sexual relationship with her nephew, Coffin, and was now pregnant with his sighted child. Meanwhile, Ito Voss and the Travantian army begin their march against Paya. Ito kills Gerlamral and takes control of the House of Enlightenment, placing his chief science officer, Tormata, in charge to develop new weapons for the Travantians. After Ito discovers that Ren was sighted, he uses her vision to march quickly across the land, taking over Payan settlements with ease. The war between the Travantians, led by Ito, and the Payans, led by Baba, is a brutal one. The Travantians greatly outnumbered the Payans, but the Payans had a familiarity with their surroundings and a better strategy, allowing them to eventually defeat the opposing army. Toad dies during the battle, but the rest of Baba's allies survive. Following the battle, Ren and Hanua share a kiss goodbye, and Baba and Ito have their final fight. The brutal hand-to-hand fight between brothers ends with Baba killing Ito once and for all. Back in Pensa, Magra names Tamakti June the new general of the Payan army. Tamakti warns that the other witchfinders still oppose the sighted, and Sibeth confirms that she will one day attempt to reclaim her crown. Sibeth also murders Paris, explaining that she would kill anyone, including her own child, to prevent her unborn baby from being taken from her. Lord Harlan offers Baba Voss a place in the Payan army, but Baba refuses, tired of fighting and feeling like he doesn't belong in the capital. He says an emotional goodbye to his family and departs the city alone. As the season comes to a close, it's revealed that Tormata has used the knowledge from the House of Enlightenment to create an explosive new weapon for the Travantians to use against a Payan kingdom.